Okay.
All right.
Go
But
ahead.
you ask him to spell his name first, so you have
Sure.
his name. Put his name up there in the spelling.
Ancelin. Pronounced Ancelin, like insulin.
All right. So, what is your current role in the Knights of Columbus organization?
I am a district deputy. Now, in Dallas, they have, I'm not exactly sure how many district deputies, but we're responsible for anywhere up to 5 councils. Now, St. Gabriel has a council that I'm responsible for, and St. Michael's has a council. Then I have 3 councils up north, one in Denison, one in Bonham, and one in Sherman. And so what I do, I guide and advise those councils on projects and really whatever they need in the way of Knights of Columbus activities.
And the Knights is a Catholic men's organization.
Well, yeah, if you want me to go ahead and explain that.
Just, briefly.
The Knights of Columbus is the largest Catholic men's organization in the world. In fact, it's worldwide. Primarily, though, in the United States, we have most of the councils in the United States. The Knights of Columbus was formed or founded by Father Michael J. McGivney in 1862. And he formed the Knights of Columbus as a group of men who provided funds for widows and orphans, generally Irish immigrants who were killed or injured on the job in the United States. Because when the Irish came here, they were looked down upon kind of like slaves or something, like the blacks were. So Father McGivney had a vision. Well, he had an idea about how to take care of widows and orphans for men who were injured or killed. His procedures and his they call them exemplifications, but what I want to say, anyway, the procedures that we use for advancing in the Knights, he developed. Okay? So, the Knights' main purpose, they have 4, what they call, you'd ask me. The Knights have 4 stages, or I'm going to say,
Is it levels of...
well, not exactly levels. Anyway, the first one is charity. Okay, so, and the second is unity. Fraternity is the third one. Now, in order to be a knight, you have to complete the exemplification for at least the first degree, which is charity. Okay? Men who take the first degree are considered members of the Knights of Columbus. When they go on to the advanced degree, or the major degree, is the second and the third. Now, when they complete the third degree, they can be an officer in the council, or any organization in the Knights. You can be an officer once you make your third degree. So the principle, that's what they are. The principles of the order are charity, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. Patriotism is the fourth degree, and it's a separate organization, really, from the first three. In order to be a fourth degree knight, you have to be active, or at least a member in the council up to the first. Actually, you don't have to be you have to be up to third degree in the council. Now, they've changed the requirement somewhat that you can be fourth degree on the same day you make all the other degrees if you want, but that doesn't normally work out like that. So it's better to progress first, second, third, and then second and third you take on the same day, first one usually on a different day, but you can take all three of those the same day. So whenever you make your second and third degree, then you're considered a knight. Okay? In fact, they knight you with the sword.
Well, we have a sword. His grandfather was a knight. And
Oh, yeah?
he's no longer
that's-
with us, but we have his sword.
That's great.
All right. So, what does the Knights of Columbus do for McKinney?
What do they do for McKinney? All right. The Knights of Columbus, like I say, the first principle is charity. So the Knights of Columbus, for McKinney itself, it's mostly our efforts for charity go towards Catholic organizations. But for McKinney, they do a lot of projects, like they contribute also to the Habitat for Humanity is one of them. Let me think, what else? We have various activities for children, and it's not restricted just to the church. The basketball free throw contest is for any child of a certain age in McKinney area or in anywhere. But our efforts here are towards McKinney and St. Gabriel. We also work with St. Michael's over in the other side of the tracks, but doing the same thing. The fourth degree being the patriotic degree. We work with the veterans organizations, the VA, like at Bonham, the VA hospital. We go there 2-3 times a year and provide a barbecue lunch for the patients that are there. And that's very well received, by the way. And we've started a new program out there at Bonham for, just a pleasure night, show movies and provide popcorn and stuff.
And that's with the veterans still.
That's with the veterans. Now that's the fourth degree, but the councils, some of their projects are, well, they provide, like we provided the chalices for here at St. Gabriel, and the crucifix that's behind the altar. We paid for some of that. So the money that we collect goes towards projects that benefit the church, and if anybody else asks for money for certain things. For example, we contribute money to when they had the disaster up there in New York, the 9/11 disaster. We provided money for that. And a lot of our efforts are just providing money for stuff, disasters and things like that. We help out.
And that's all local, our local families here. So they're seeing their...
Some of that, yes,
All right. How have you helped McKinney grow as a productive community? You had that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Well, one, by being available and responsive to requests for help, be it labor, money, food, just about whatever the community needs.
All right. What would you like to see continue in McKinney's future in order for us to stay on a positive path? You did this.
Oh, these are from your teacher.
That's all right.
You did this.
Well, more involvement in city projects, but primarily, like the Knights of Columbus are an organization for Catholic men, so we stress our efforts towards Catholic projects. But that doesn't stop us from contributing to local projects that are not Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever's needed, and let me see, rephrase that question again.
It's, what would you like to see continue in McKinney's future in order for the town to stay on a positive path? I think, generally speaking.
Okay.
What
for
can
the
McKinney?
future.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. More involvement in volunteer activity. I just want to say I do have a team that first Wednesday of each month we provide help at the McKinney Food Pantry. Now that's not exactly a night project, it's just something that I have been doing since I've been here at St. Gabriel that I enjoy, and it's totally volunteer. So volunteering is the best way, I think, to help this community. For anything that comes up, if you get enough volunteers, the project is very successful.
All right. What do you think needs to change for our community so there are no harsh,
Repercussions
in our future?
I just think, I think his teacher wrote these questions. I think they're just
Yeah,
think globally.
Yeah.
I think they're just asking for your opinion as a leader in the community. Is there something that needs to change so we don't have any negative? And that's a tough question.
Well, I understand what you're trying to say, but how to phrase the answer is what's going to be hard.
We can skip that one and go on if you want.
Well, breaking down the bias is the best way. Everybody has an opinion about something. If your opinion is positive, that means you don't have any negative thoughts or actions. And by negative thoughts or actions, it's things that are detrimental to the welfare of the general well-being of the community. So, for example, if we were prejudiced against blacks, for example, that's not a positive action. But a positive action would be incorporating minority groups into the mainstream activity of the community so that they feel welcome, especially the Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
They're an up-and-coming group of people that we should take into consideration and not be biased against them. And expect them, though, to contribute their time and effort to better the community. So how we can do that is being positive about our interaction with them.
All right. With the expected expansion / growth of our community, about 3 times the size of what it is now, what do we need to focus on as a community?
Working together. If we work together, and all I can say is volunteering is one of the best ways to get a community organized in a friendly relationship. When people do something that they don't require monetary or any other benefits from, other than their own self-worth, that's when you have people that work together.
Okay. We as a community value our leaders and see you as one of them. Who besides yourself do you see as a McKinney leader that has power to improve and preserve McKinney for our future?
Well, the city government is one. The mayor, for example, he is a big influence on the community, as he should be, or he, she, or whoever it's going to be. But right now it's a man. So city government is probably the most visible, excuse me, the most visible group, excuse me, that can accomplish that. The other thing is the church groups. Excuse me. Church groups can work together. In fact, we do work together. St. Gabriel's contributes to the Scareway Hunger Program in McKinney. There are nights that work with that, and there are other churches that work with it. So,
Our project's focus is on our dreams for the future. Share with us the possible future you see for McKinney if we remain on the path that we are taking.
well, the future of McKinney depends on everybody working together within a structured, or actually, I don't know, maybe not structured, but within an effort that is focused on the betterment of the community. That's a simple answer.
Looking at where McKinney was 5 years ago and where we are today, is there anything in McKinney's future that is preventable?
It's preventable?
Yeah.
Well,
You don't like it?
No, I said I didn't like that question, so I'm not questioning.
crime is preventable, I'll tell you. If you have a community that works together, you have a lot less crime. People have to feel they belong to a community and an effort in the community in order to not be alienated from the community itself. Simple answer.
All right. That's it.